Hey there crafters, this is Allie from Craft Remedy and I am showing you how to cut foam core today with this cute Valentine's puppy box. So what you need to start is a cutting surface, and I really like the Fiskars self-healing mats, a straight edge, and a new X-Acto knife blade. You're going to want to have the sharpest blade possible, and this will keep you safe while you are cutting. So to start out, I'm going to break down the area where my artwork is into smaller pieces, and then I will do the detail cuts. I still have a lot of extra foam core and I don't want to waste it, so I'm just going to trim that out and then we'll start breaking it down from there. So the best way to cut foam core is to pull towards you. Just make sure your fingers or your thumb aren't in the way of your cutting path, because if it jumps out you don't want to hurt yourself. So I'm going to start by just putting my blade in and pulling towards me, and where I've already cut a groove, I'm just going to insert it back in and follow that same groove as I work around, and turn the pages as I go to make sure that I'm just pulling towards myself. And it's easier if you just rotate it around. This hand makes it so that you are keeping it firmly in place, and I can remove this big chunk and save this piece for later. So now to break down my other ones, I'm just going to quickly cut them into smaller pieces to make it easier to trim them out into the detail pieces. Straight edges are so much easier to cut, but when you get into round shapes, I like to cut through them and around them to be able to work through those types of shapes. So for this puppy, I'm gonna start by carefully working my way around the shape of his head. So I'm gonna insert my X-Acto knife, and I'm not worried about going all the way through. I just want to make sure that I'm following the line. And I'm going to come out where his nose is. So I'm just going to go back through exactly where I cut until I know that I've gone all the way through. And I know I can look on the back side and see if it's a consistent cut all the way through the back of the material. So I'm just going to work in pieces where I'm just inserting it and cutting and working my way around. And on this corner, I'm going to do a little bit of a rotation where I'm rotating the material and I'm pulling it towards me, but being careful not to twist the blade inside, because then I will lose my fine point. So now I just continue to move around and remove that material, inserting it and cutting it off and pulling it towards me and breaking it down into more manageable sizes. And make sure you're keeping your thumbs and your fingers out of the way. So I'm almost done here with this little doggy shape. Now on the corners, just trying to go through on the curve. And that is how you cut foam core without getting jaggedy edges, without crumbling your foam core, and having a crisp finished cut.